Alright, Flat Earth Atheist with another video up next, tied into yourself. Right now, I am the Flat Earth Atheist, where it is a privilege to be a Flat Earther, not a right. If you want more information about the Flat Earth or more in depth, Jeranism, Mark Sargent, Eric DeBay, I like Brother Sanchez and Rob Skiba. If you want more in depth, those guys actually care if you believe in a flat earth. I think it's a privilege, not a right. If you're an atheist and you come into the flat earth truth, you're going to be pushed towards a creator. And I just want you to realize that long before you went and learned about the spinning ball, there was another institution that your parents took you to on a daily basis to learn about a physical God. And so what that tells me is the idea of pushing a physical God was more important than the idea of pushing a spinning ball. So just understand that's a reason why they push religion at such a young age. So just understand that. I mean, the idea of a physical God. Okay. Until then, I would like to say, give a shout out to electricity, our creator. Thanks for the spark. I appreciate it. Okay, guys. We need to start tied into ourselves. We are gods, okay? So we have to start tied into ourselves. You have to start worshiping yourself. I mean, you have to. I mean, look at the words. Like, if you see one of your buddies or something down, you will go and say positive words to them. And when you say that to them, and their eyes will light up like, like stars. So you have to start doing that to yourself. Worshiping yourself, patting yourself on the back, encouraging yourself. Get away from negative thoughts. Okay? Really, putting 10% of your paycheck to you. That don't mean bills, besides your bills. Hell, before you get paid, you should give yourself 10%. And then pay your bills. Okay? You gotta start taking care of yourself, tied into yourself, worshiping yourself, encouraging yourself. Okay? And that is going to go a long way. Hell, just by you encouraging someone else, you can make their day. Think if you encourage yourself on a daily basis. And you got away from calling yourself, you know, bad names and calling yourself good names and praising yourself and realize if you fail, hey, that's just part of failing. That's just part of life. Just pick yourself up and keep going. Okay, if you start doing that, I guarantee you're gonna feel a lot better. Okay, and we have to rely on the system. Try to rely on the system as less as possible. Try to uh, unfortunately, the system don't want your money. It just wants to absorb it. These people don't need more money. They just don't want you to have the money. Because the more money you got, the more resources you get, the more social or acceptable you are, the more social you are, because you got money to spend, so you out around, gaining more knowledge, face to face, the more money you have, it keeps you out of trouble. If you have more money to get a lawyer and money to survive life hiccups, it does you well. So they want you to have less money as possible. They don't want it. They just want to absorb it. You know what I'm saying? They just want to absorb it because the less money you have, the better. And the more time they take away from you, the better. So they want They want your money and your time. So they want you in front of that TV not doing nothing instead of being active and keeping your brain active. So I would turn that TV off would be a good idea. And so they want you spending all your money so when you get older and a wise person, hell, you got poor health, poor living condition, nobody ain't gonna be listening to you. Hell, you'll be in such poor health you ain't gonna give a shit. So they want to take as much money as you can, especially before you get old and wise. They want to get you poor health and into an old folks home. Okay, well, no, that dude is crazy. He's talking about flat earth. What the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? That's where they want you. Instead of live and vibrant in your house, if you was live and vibrant standing in your house and you 90 years old and you talking about the flat earth, I'm like, oh, what? Damn, this man talking about flat earth. He lives, he drives himself. But if you're 90 years old, living in an old folks' home, with a bad back, bad everything, and dementia, you flat earth. That's just, dad. That's just my grandma. She's a little crazy. Talking about flat earth again. See what I'm saying? Hopefully you do. But, they want your time, they want your money. Okay? So just give them less time and less of your money as possible. Try to stay away from debt as much. I know you gotta have some debt for credit and all that kind of stuff, but just trying to maintain, instead of going out all the time. Hell, you go out and spend $20. Hell, you can buy a 12-pack of IPAs for $20 and don't have to tip nobody. Stay at home, don't have to worry about Uber or anything like that. You can stay at home and watch some not watch TV, I shouldn't say that. Listen to some music or watch my YouTube videos. So anyway, I think that's what you should think about and understand that it's a one-way system. It's all 1%. They don't care about who or where you spend your money as long as you spend it. For example, AT&T. Okay, AT&T, you've been around at least 100 and so years before all these other people, phone companies and stuff been around. They had all their groundwork put in, the beginnings of cell towers, even though they did that on a singular. And so say that I'm around and I got these cell towers and I'm AT&T. And you're Verizon. Okay, you play Verizon, Dark Vader. And you ask me, I'm AT&T. You ask me if I can use your cell towers for your company, to start your company, okay? Ask me if I can use your, I'm AT&T. I want you to ask me if you can use my cell towers to start, to develop your cell company. Okay, go ahead. Fuck no, you can't. You cannot use my cell towers, my cables, or any fucking thing to start your business. Okay? Thank you. Good day. Okay, well, let's just say that you T-Mobile. Yes, we're going to pretend like you T-Mobile and say that, hey, I give you triple amount of money that it takes to start once I get started on the cell towers. If you just let me borrow them for a little bit until I can start making my own. Okay, so you ask me that and see, I may tend to you and see what I say. Fuck no. I don't care how much fucking money you got. You are not gonna use anything of mine. I'm in the business of making money, not giving away money. No, thank you. Okay? See, that's how it would go in reality. So, my point is, do you think for 1 minute AT&T that T-Mobile, Verizon, Sprint use their shit? No, of course not. AT&T made T-Mobile. They are Sprint. They are Verizon. They are Cricket. They all of them. They just say, hey, Since we're a monopoly, we better give these knuckleheads some some choices so they can think that they have some choices. But it all goes to AT&T, guys. There's no choice. There's only one choice. And that's what it is in reality. They make you think that it's choices, but it's only one choice. All the money goes into one fucking system. They just want to absorb your money. Okay, so just be careful about how you absorb your money, and just keep in mind these fucking banks. If you got credit cards and banks and stuff, they know exactly what's going on, how much money you got, what you do, how you do it. They know every fucking thing about you. And these sick bastards don't fall into this trick, and I see a lot of people fall into this trick. They'll float you a check knowing that you in some financial difficulties. Okay? And so they'll float you a check from somewhere. Yeah, it'll come from some goddamn where. They'll make up a reason why you have this check. And what these dirty bastards are going to do is see if you take that check and pay your bills with it, or do you take that check and have a good time? Because what they want you to do, they want you to take that check and go have a good time. Meanwhile, they're going to hit your ass up and put you more in debt so you can rely on them more. Every time I get a motherfucking check, they send me a motherfucking check, I put that motherfucker right in my savings. So when they say, hey, Mr. Davis, hey, I'm sorry about that check. You got it? Yeah, I got it. Here you go. Thank you. See you later. Yeah, if you wouldn't have had it, it would have charged you. Yeah, I know, motherfucker. That's why I put it right in my savings, because I know y'all motherfuckers trying to set my ass up. And you got to be careful of that. They'll do that shit to you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, they would do that to you all day, every day. Realize that. Damn, really said, you scribbled that. Yeah, I said that. The bank knows everything. They know everything. They're trying to set you up, okay? So just make sure you pay your bills, keep everything on time, trying to stay out of financial debt, trying to rely on the system as less as you can, and treat yourself. I ain't saying go. I'm just saying just instead of going out for dinner and spending $80 or $50 or whatever you got to spend, go ahead and just have yourself a nice dinner and spend $20 on you. That's all I'm saying. Just treat yourself good. Hell, instead of putting all that money into the system, I know you swear, hell, I'm going out. That's doing something for me, but I'm saying something like personally for you. Something that's gonna mean something to you. Maybe putting it in a savings account for later would be better. Anyway, I don't want to preach to you. I'm going to say this and I'm going to go. Start visualizing what you want to do and see it through. Just visualize it, see it through. Visualize it, see it through. Visualize it, see it through. And stay calm. Visualize it, see it through. Okay? All right, Flat Earth Atheist. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for listening and looking at the video. Thank you.